Yes, we are matching hats, and we're just staring right at you. That's what we're doing for this stream. We're just gonna stare at you. So we finished all the fishing. Here, I'm gonna level with you guys. We're friends, right? We can be honest. It's been 3 weeks since we streamed, since we opened this world of ours, and I don't remember what's going on, and neither does Jared. He's not brave enough to tell you that, but I will. We, I don't know what a Stardew is. I don't know I don't know what a valley is. I just walked into this building and there's a dinosaur egg in it. What the heck is that? I'm gonna, I'm gonna put it in this tube. The tube's gonna pulse for a week and we'll see what happens. I don't know how this game works. That's the premise of the game, right? We were like cryogenically frozen for 3 millennia, and now we're 3 millennia. That's not when cavemen were. Come on, Berkeley. But 3 millennia plus question mark. Get it, Grandpa. Okay, this is Stardew Valley. Tools aren't real edition. We're beating Stardew Valley without tools. We don't know what we're doing. We have finished 3 rooms of the community center. We're very close to a fourth room, the crafts room. We're not close to the other rooms because they're hard. I'd like to see you try this. I bet you won't. And if you do, not where I can see. Okay, so I think we're all good on fishing. We've got some winter foraging that we need. What else do we need? We need some crops, but we are on our way on that. Um, yeah, I think it is too late in the season to be planting hay. No. So eventually we'll need to upgrade our house so that we can cook the maki roll and the fried egg. I think we also maybe need one more upgrade on our coop. Or not our coop, our barn, so that we can get pigs. So those are goals we could work towards if we wanted goals. No, so it. Oh, yeah, we don't have a barn at all yet, do we? Yeah, we'll need to clear some ground for that to happen. So I guess we need more bombs. Oh, today is Sunday, so you should head onto the desert and trade that for 14 staircases. Nope. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah. We need staircases. Oh my gosh. I should have read our Instagram posts or something. Jeez Louise. Okay, yeah. So I'll head to the mines and start killing some Dougies and hopefully get some cherry bombs from it. You can go to the desert and buy some staircases, and that'll help us get deeper in the mines. Ham? For what? You should be you should be thankful that someone donated stuff to the Junimos to make this bus work again, says Pam, who doesn't know that it was I who donated stuff to the Junimos to make this bus work again. She has, straight up. If you look up her schedule on the wiki, it just says day drinking. I am pulling your leg. It's an exaggeration. It's not false. It is false. It's only a little false though. That sounds great. I thought you said 14, Jade. Ooh, nice. Mm. Well, better than nothing. Got nothing else to do. So if this is your first time joining us, we are really good at this game. And so we're beating it without tools. That's the official story. So at the beginning, it took a lot of fishing and foraging to complete our first handful of bundles and unlock the whole community center and donate some items and make some money. Now we have enough money that we can do whatever we want, pretty much. Um, that's not true, but everything we need to do. We have simple wishes, so it is true. Want not, want not. That's what I always say. Um, and so yeah, we've got our first crops planted. We were able to use bombs to till the soil and sprinklers to water our plants, and so we're able to farm without tools. And we've got some animals going. We don't have a barn yet because we haven't had space for it, but that is in the works. We have a coop with all the animals we need, I think. We might, yeah, we've got a rabbit. I think that was the last one we needed. So now it's kind of a waiting game to get a lot of the. We need to wait for the right seasons to get a lot of the crops that we need. We need to wait for winter to finish all of our foraging things. And then we've just kind of got the miscellaneous things left, like the fried egg and the maki roll. Um, got some apples that we'll need to get eventually. Stuff like that. Yes. But don't let that deter you from watching, because we say good things. We are. I was thinking about the coziness of this game and just the whole idea of doing a no tools challenge, and I think it's kind of the perfect challenge run for this game. Because any other challenge run would be like, how fast can you do it? How much money can you make? Let's optimize this as much as possible, which to me feels kind of antithetical to the whole idea of Stardew Valley. Like, yeah. So I think we're doing a really beautiful thing. Um, I came up with that belief after we started doing the thing, so take it with a grain of salt. Maybe that's just me trying to like myself. But I think it's cool. I think you should try it. And if you do stream it, do it slower and worse. Or or do super well and tell everyone that we inspired you to start so that we can ride your coattails to glory. Yes. There was a um there's a joke in Flight of the Concords where they said that they were the second most popular comedy musical group from New Zealand. And the first one was Light of the Concords, and they were a tribute band. Yeah. No, Light of the Concords was a tribute band of Flight of the Concords, but got more popular. That could be us one day, but you're playing. Oh, nice. Yes, sir. Mm. Let's see how many cherry bombs we have. I've got 3 cherry bombs on me. Do you know of any others? Okay, then yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we found it took 10 cherry bombs to break a tree. I think super mega bombs. Do you have mega bombs or normal bombs? Regular boring big bombs. Those will probably cut down trees faster. I couldn't find anything definitive on the wiki. But yeah, the I think yes. I think it's worth it to try to clear some more space right now. Hey, that'd be cool. Let's do it. Well, I don't know if you're close enough to any trees to actually damage them, so I think we should. Okay. I think we'll want to end up with like a 3 tall and 8 wide space to get to put the barn. Um, maybe not quite 8, maybe it's 6 wide, but yeah, aim for that. Blast like it. I can't see what's going on at all. Are we, okay. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Oh shoot, my inventory's full. Um, okay, let's see. Oh no. Is it 3 cherry bombs to get the trunks? Oh no. Why did the trunks not go? Yeah, we should go to bed though. Why are they blowing up stuff? Go to bed. Pass out. Do something. Yeah. Oh, I just got level 5 farming. We can do animal products are worth 20% more or crops are worth 10% more. I think I'm gonna go with the animal one because we aren't really doing crops for money. Yeah, because of that no tools thing. Well, remember we actually did the math and chickens I think are more profitable than dinosaurs. Um, I don't know if the 20% actually applies to mayo once we've mayonnaised it. Because at that point it's an artisan good. Oh, we got a yam and an eggplant. And we can donate the yam. Hooray! Okay, I need. Sweet, sounds great. Oh, I've got 4 iron on me. Do you have more coal? Uh, and do we have the recipe for normal bombs yet? Okay. Well, we have enough gold. I could go buy a bunch of copper from Clint to get us our next batch of bombs. Cool. Sounds good. I realized if you get to the first level, like if the first level you get to, you would need to use a bomb. We probably don't want to use one, and you can just like go to that level repeatedly until you do have that first staircase. Yeah, and then use staircases or bombs from there. Does that make sense? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I just got another jade. Sweet. Oh, really? I did not know about that. I feel like a bad streamer. The only exploit that we've used is pretty well known, and I feel like he's cool with it. I don't know. Yeah. I think that if I were a game developer patching bugs, I would focus a lot more on the ones that made the game harder to play, as opposed to the ones that you have to deliberately seek out to make the game easier, because it's the puts it in the player's hand. Yeah. Is that a possessive Link is awakening? Or wait, is that an abbreviation Link is awakening, or is that the awakening of Link? Okay. Yeah, it would. It's not a great point, it's a annoying point. You should kick me off the stream. Just hang up on Discord and then I'll just be here playing silently. A fun prank for you to do would be to mute yourself on Discord, and then I would be listening to you through. Well, I guess I've got the stream muted, even though I'm watching it. If you could somehow convince me that the stream was you talking in real time, then I would respond to everything you said 5 seconds late, and then look really dumb. It'd be hilarious. You should do that. But don't tell me about it, because that would ruin it. Okay, I am buying copper. How much do you think? Like 20 bombs worth? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I should have watched closer, but I think that 20 bombs worth cost about 7,000 gold. Okay. So 8,000. Do you want to do 40 bombs then? Think we can afford it? Heck yeah. And I don't know if we've mentioned this, but at the end of year one, everything, all the raw resources that you buy from Clint or from Robin sells wood and stone. All the raw materials you buy double in price at the end of year one. So um, if if we're getting to the end of winter and we don't have any like big purchases planned, I think it would make sense to just dump all our money into coal and copper, if you're okay with that. Sure. That's probably well shoot, I don't know. I think that might not make sense financially if we're just gonna sell the amethyst. Cool. Oh, sorry. I totally interrupted. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, geez. Nice. That's really cool. Yeah, it's cool how like using the game with bugs can become just this whole other version of the game, this whole new experience. I haven't I haven't played Elden Ring or watched any playthroughs. I watched a few people playing it on Twitch. But I've heard about these speedrunners that will use glitches kind of similar to the one you described where like going the right direction or hitting the right button at the right time will teleport you some distance. And then if they've been able to beat the entirety of Elden Ring, um, or like at least they don't beat every part of the game, but they like collect the last piece of loot possible, which they define as like beating the game, in something crazy like 7 minutes. This is a game that's supposed to take at least 100 hours, and um, yeah, it's certainly not. Yeah, yeah, more than 100. Yeah, yeah, about 1,000 actually. Um, not quite 1,000, but it's really cool if you can like as long as it's in places where it's not hurting anyone. Like if you're doing a multiplayer game and you're cheating to just like ruin everyone else, that's dumb. Um, or like make it so the game's not competitive anymore and it's supposed to be a competitive game, that's lame. But if you're playing with people that are on board with it or you're playing single player, I just think that's so cool to like be able to treat the game as a thing that's kind of separate and almost independent from what the developers meant it to be. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, I don't know that that's a weird idea. I think it's a common one with literature, that's my creative medium. Um, there's this idea that the author is dead, and that's like a principle that a lot of authors strive for, and that like literature critics strive for. Um, Meaning like the author doesn't get to say more about it after it's released. Like the thing is the thing. We are looking directly at you, J.K. Rowling. Um, as an author, I kind of struggle with that. Maybe I just don't understand it well enough yet. But as a reader, I really appreciate knowing someone's intentions. When I listen to music, I love hearing the story behind it and what was going through the person's mind. I love watching interviews about it. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've had that relationship with games. I haven't like followed game creators closely or watched interviews with them. Um, with TV and movies, I love watching interviews with actors and directors and learning like their interpretation of things. So it's hard for me to reconcile those ideas. Like I know that what you're describing is correct and accepted by like the literature critique community, but for me, it's hard for me to reconcile that with how much I do actually enjoy learning from the creator and hearing their take on it. I guess the best reconciliation I've been able to come up with is that it's a cool extra dimension, but not correct. Like I don't think the creator is necessarily the end all be all authority on the thing that they created. And it's really cool how everyone can have their own relationship with it. But I do still like hearing from the creator. Hmm. Yeah, that's a good way of saying that. Yeah, makes total sense. Yeah, not necessary, and I would argue like not really true to the source material. Yeah, nice. Mm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's a cool experience. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, let's do that. That should give us enough space to build our barn. I think they're immune to damage. You've heard of canaries, right? I'm thinking of more of a tank role for you. Okay. Okay, I think there's 3 cherry bombs in there. Or maybe I put them in the other one. Oh, yeah, let's do it. No time like the present. Do you want me to go buy a barn? If we can afford it. Actually, let me check the wiki for the prices. Oh yeah, it's just 6,000 gold, plus I'll need to buy some materials for it. Yeah. Okay. Actually, before you start placing those, do you mind if I just pace out and make sure we have room for the barn? See if we need to expand. So it's 7 by 4 that we need. I'm looking at the wiki now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll still have room to get in. So that should be great. If you wanted to blow this one up, that would be cool, but not necessary. So never mind. Scratch that. Do whatever you want to do. Okay. Oh, well, it ended up doing absolutely nothing, so no hard feelings at all. Oh no, Robin's not working. I don't know her schedule at all. I shall try another time. I have very little experience. No, I'm gonna say it. I have 0 experience with real life cherry bombs, so I do not know. Mhm. Hmm. I have um I have cut down a tree. It was tough. Yeah. Hmm. They're yeah, good on trees. You're one of my favorite life forms, to be honest. Yeah, I feel a lot that way. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's super fair. And there's something beyond just the sturdiness of the tree. I feel like even if you hatchet your way through half a tree, it still feels about as strong as it was before. It's it's like resilient to losing bits of itself. It's not like, yeah, me too. Yeah, I can't imagine. I I think that when I am picking weeds in my yard, I'm like, imagine losing 95% of me and knowing that I'll just be able to grow back in a couple weeks. That's what these weeds are doing constantly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, Darwin. I'd like to have some words. I re There was a question on, I think I heard this on John and Hank Green's podcast, where someone asked like why trees haven't evolved to be able to walk around yet, and he was like, "Why haven't you evolved to eat sunlight yet?" Like, just there's evolution isn't just about getting better; it's about filling niches and needs, and I think we, yeah, I think our ancestors got different enough that it just wasn't there wasn't any need to like for us to evolve in the same direction. In fact, there was a lot of pressure to evolve in different directions, which is why we ended up different. I'd like to come back to that later, but yeah, go ahead. Hmm. So, like, warrior or rogue archetype? Well, this was, I think also I learned this from Hank Green. Um, or he pointed it out, and I hadn't thought about it before, but it makes a lot of sense that for most species, intelligence is not a good evolutionary move because our brains take a lot of power. And so, if like if you gave a squirrel the processing power of a human brain, they would have to work so hard to keep up with that, and it would probably end up being detrimental to them, which is why they're not more intelligent than they are. It's not that like the whole animal kingdom is trying to be like us and unable to. For a lot of, I think a large part of the equation, I'm not going to pretend to understand how all this works, but a large part of the equation is that it just doesn't make sense for them. Um, we're quite lucky that our intelligence was the right amount that we were able to sustain it and continue to grow. Um, if our brains had ended up being 8 times the size they are, who knows if our species would have made it this long? Because that's just a lot of energy that you have to spend on being intelligent. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Imagine being smart enough to like fight a saber-toothed tiger and like work an office job. That's what our species pulled off. Good for us. Yeah, acne especially. What was the point of that? Anxiety, I've like come to understand a lot as my body preparing to fight a saber-tooth tiger, um, which I can at least appreciate, if not enjoy. Acne, I don't think I'll ever get there. Or useful. Like anxiety is not fun, but it's useful. Yeah, to fight saber-tooth tigers. Hey, I want to talk about. Oh, go ahead. Ooh, nice. Ooh, do you have anything less valuable than bat wings? Actually, oh, we already donated all the bat wings we needed, huh? Okay, cool. No. Does it say? Does. Okay. You can sell it for 1 gold then. Um, yeah. I don't know if there's another item in this game that is as much of a contrast between how cool it is the first time you get it and how cool it is the second time you get it. There's a quick what's that called? The scaling marginal utility or decreasing marginal utility. That's a prime example right there. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about television because we both have shows that we like that are having some good time right now. So you're a Stranger Things fan. I have not watched Stranger Things, but I do love The Umbrella Academy. And it is good time to be a fan of either of those shows right now. So have you, how much of season 4 have you seen? Yeah. Cool. Nice. I think it's cool that they've been able to. So I haven't seen it. I shouldn't be talking about it, but I'm going to anyway because I'm already talking. It seems like they've done a really cool job of like letting the show evolve as the actors age, and I'm assuming as the characters age. Um, yeah. Have Have you enjoyed like the evolution of the show? I think it's interesting looking at like the differences between seasons. I'm curious if you feel like it's. Mm. Mm. That's awesome. That's really cool to hear. I'm glad that that show is going so well. I think the last big show that I kind of watched from afar was um, Game of Thrones, which, famously disappointing ending. I don't know anything about it because I haven't watched the show, but saw a lot of people get, yeah. not even get mad about it, but just get so apathetic about it so fast. Um, which is a shame. It sucks when like the writers and the actors and especially the fans invest so much energy and time into this thing and then it just falls flat at the end. So I'm glad you're enjoying season 4. Is this gonna be the last one? Have they announced that? Hmm. Oh, cool. Yeah, I also loved the character growth in season 2. I love shows where the characters are changing, not even necessarily overcoming their weaknesses or like changing to be different people, but kind of coming into the best versions of themselves. And I think the Umbrella Academy does that really, really well. So if you're not familiar with this show, it's not quite as popular as Stranger Things, so I think it deserves a little intro. It's these seven siblings that were all born under mysterious circumstances and adopted by the same eccentric billionaire who trained them to be a superhero crime fighting team. And you're catching up with them like 15 or 20 years in the future, and they've all split up and gone their different ways. Some of them seem to be doing better than others, but they're all like pretty broken in their own ways. And you learn that they're not doing even as well as they look, which was not that great to begin with. Um, but you just get to see them. Uh, they've got cool fights. They've got cool interactions with each other. It's a great show for like the interpersonal relations mixed with the action. Um, and just really zany. I've got Marvel fatigue pretty bad, so traditional superhero movies usually don't do it for me anymore. So it's really nice seeing a fresh take on some of the old tropes. Yes. Yeah. Are you on level? What level are you on? Okay. Oh, this one will create jade. So I think that is worth grabbing if you've got any bombs. That's a lot of bombs. Ooh, jade. Yeah. It's worth noting the writer for it is well, so they're based on comics that were originally written by Gerard Way, who I think is the frontman for My Chemical Romance. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I get any of the details wrong. Okay. So it's got that contributes to the fun vibe where it's like kind of superheroes but feels very different. Um, so it's just like kind of a I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a little dark, a lot zany. Um, a lot of things that don't make sense until later, some things that don't ever make sense, and you just roll with it. Yeah. And it doesn't take itself too seriously. I think that's what distinguishes it from like other mysteries and like darker action shows is like it's very willing to joke around and have a good time. So season 3 specifically, I think they've done a good job um, carrying on from the character growth in season 2. Not as much emphasis on it, but they've like continued to take the characters in different directions, which is cool. I love so Elliot Page is an actor that came out as trans between seasons 2 and 3. So previously he was playing the character Vanya, who was presenting as female because the actor was presenting as female at the time. And uh, yeah, he came out as trans between season 2 and 3, and um, I think it's in episode one. It might be episode two. Sorry if I'm spoiling anything, but the character also comes out as trans. So the person who was Vanya introduces himself as Victor and uh, gets to explain that to his siblings. And they just did such a great job with it. I found out later that Elliot had a lot to do with writing those sequences and those interactions. Um, yeah, just yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, good to point out. We're outsiders. I don't know what it's like to be trans or to have my identities underrepresented in media, but yeah, from my perspective, it looked like it was really well done and really cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of surprising or miraculous or really coincidental, however you want to look at it. Or maybe not because of how the actor put so much of himself into that character, but yeah, it did feel natural in the context of the character's previous challenges and personality and experiences. Um, yeah. All three seasons have had very different settings for reasons. Oh, there's a staircase already down here. Um, yeah, a monster dropped that after you left. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't want to say too much about that in case people haven't seen the show, but the show does have time travel, and because of that, there's very different settings. So just like between season one and two, there was a big transition. There was another big one between two and three, and that's all I'll say about that. But it's fun getting to see these characters kind of play out some of the same dynamics. Because each time they get to a new place, they have to kind of like recompete for power and like rediscover themselves and rediscover the world around them, rediscover their father. Uh, yeah, that part's really cool. So there's a purple stone over here that's probably worth getting. These often have gemstones. Cool. I will try to. We'll need that in spring to try to get some quality crops. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Purple. Oh, we might have to go around the other way. Actually, no. Well, okay. Nice. Yeah. So I will say just one critique of Umbrella Academy. Oh, gold. Or not gold. Why did I say that? Diamond. Nice. Oh, that makes sense. One small friendly critique of Umbrella Academy, that if anything got worse in season three, in my opinion, is that no, this was actually the worst in season one, but now that I've noticed it, it bugs me more now. It seems like about two-thirds of the episodes, the plot is they're about to have a meeting, one person gets mad and walks off, and then they try to have the meeting for the rest of the episode. And of course, there's other things happening during all of that, but that is often the central conflict of the episode is trying to get everyone in the same room together. And after watching that play out about 20 times now, it feels like I just wish they would make the episodes a little shorter instead of doing that. But, you know, a drama's got to have drama. That's fine. Yeah, you pick it up like you're gonna put it in the trash can, and then you just click on your slingshot instead. It's deceptive. I have. Do you want to keep mining or do you want to head back? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, you'll find out why that's happening, and by the end, he'll be back to his old manipulative self. Hopefully, that's not too much of a spoiler. Yeah. I don't even know what to sell because I've got so much good stuff in my inventory, and I can't pick up that mayonnaise yet. Let's maybe wait. Now is not the right time to plant it because it will die at the end of fall. Um, yeah. I think those grow in summer and fall, so we can plant it at the beginning of summer and get lots of good um, coffee from that. Actually, it'll be a while since we can until we can actually like brew the beans into coffee, but I don't know, worth worth having anyway. Yeah, that was bugging me at the beginning of this season. I thought that they were trying to make a sympathetic character, but don't worry about that. Okay. I, wow, it sure is already. Nice, yeah. Oh, I just passed out. What a way to end the episode. Cool. Berkeley's a noob. I have no idea what critical strikes do in this game. I like fighter. I'd rather have things be reliable. Um, I I would hate to like get a critical strike on a bat and not realize it and kill it in like 1 or 2 hits and then have the next one take 5 hits and get blindsided by that. Yeah. Yeah. And this isn't a game where I worry too much about damage per second, you know. This man put an egg in my bed and himself. Oh, you're doing a hunt for the wilder people, huh? Love it. Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot we planted those. That's amazing. Sweet. Yes, we are. Please follow us on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. Or you can choose YouTube or Twitch. I guess you don't need both, but I follow us on both, so you might as well. Um, we post updates on our Instagram, and of course, the videos come out on Twitch and then come to YouTube a couple days later, where they will remain as long as Google exists, which will probably be a while. Yeah. Yes. And Stardew Valley is on sale on Steam right now. If you have been following our channel and want to check out the game, it is now $9 instead of 15. So now's the time. It is great value. I have so many hundreds of hours in this game, and by so many I mean like 2.5 hundreds hours, which is a lot for me. Um, it's a great, beautiful game. But is it worth it? Is it worth it? All right. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.